champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. saving you big. The $5.99 maxed out double stack spicy chicken sandwich. The new Spicy Chicken Max. And by your local Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Get ready for the series finale and season finale for the Dodgers and Rockies in 2026. And Shohei Ohtani, I don't know if he wants to leave here because his numbers at this ballpark are prodigious. With the Dodgers specifically, 19 games, 33 hits, 17 of them extra base hits, 9 homers, 23 driven in. Freddie Freeman, he's done well here too in Dodger blue. In this series specifically, 5 for 8 with a couple of doubles. Those are the leadoff and cleanup hitters for the Dodgers in their batting order, presented by your SoCal Helpful Honda dealers. Pages and Teoscar Hernandez between them in center and left respectively. Mookie Betts will bat 5th behind Freddie Freeman. Miguel Rojas gets the start at second base, batting 6th. And the last 3 for Dave Roberts, Kyle Tucker in right. Kike Hernandez at 3rd, and Ben Rortvedt doing the catching. Pitching for the Rockies, making his 23rd start of the year, the 10-year veteran and the left-hander Kyle Freeland.
Hey, you look at the month of August, and he has really turned it on through a complete game here against the Royals a couple starts ago, coming off an 8-inning stint as well against the San Francisco Giants. Take a look at what he's done this month as far as how has he got here. It's been that knuckle curve, he's the sinker, the cutter. Four-seamer has played really well. Again, everything working. He's got to have to stay down in the zone. Dodgers want to get him out over the plate and get him up in the zone.
The Rockies have won each of Freeland's last 3 starts against Kansas City, St. Louis, and San Francisco. Now a different type of challenge in the Dodgers and Ohtani. Here we go. First pitch. Ohtani grounds it to the right side, shuffling over Amador. 1 pitch, 1 out. And you had a feeling Ohtani would be looking to ambush because Freeland has given it up on first pitches, and Shohei, half of his 30 home runs on the year have come in 0 strike counts. Andy Pages, 4 for 9 in the series. Takes ball 1 outside. He's seen Freeland pretty well in his career.
He really has, and he hasn't missed the mistakes. You see those pitches right there, the damage he's done, but they have all been thigh high, waist high. He has not missed.
Called ball 2, an early ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Brett Sullivan, the catcher, tapping the helmet. And he wins the challenge.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 1-1. Colorado has 1 remaining challenge.
That's incorrect from Dan Rizal, the home plate umpire. The Rockies still have 2.
Incorrect in both ways.
Yeah.
The pitch call and how many challenges.
Hot start. Pages flies it to center, right at Carrig. 2 out.
Again, Freeland 2 up, 2 down. He has the highest ERA in the first inning in all of the National League. So Dodgers are going to have to do something to add to that.
2 outs, nobody on. Teoscar Hernandez elevated to the 3-hole. 2 for 4 last night. A couple extra base hits, including his first triple of the year.
He hit the ball well all night last night. Even that first at-bat, I thought he got it. I think he did too. But he made up for it in the next few at-bats. You know, the thing too about it, Nelly, he did it off of right-handed pitching, which, you know, kind of has been the, I want to say the bugaboo, but it's been a bit of the issue as of late.
Especially since coming off the injured list. Hitting lefties, it's been his calling card. Freeland's 1-1. It's a wave and a miss on the curve. Teoscar joked in his post-game interview with Kirsten Watson on the field. He was a little embarrassed, you know, after that first fly out, first plate appearance. He kind of posed in a slow strut out of the box, thinking he got it. And see if he can get this 1-2. Curveball spike. He had more extra base hits last night in his previous 13 games total. The 2-2 to Teo. Chased a changeup away. It's a 1-2-3 first on 9 pitches for Freeland. Roki Sasaki will go to work when we come back. Starting lineup for Colorado, Jake McCarthy leads off in right field. Mickey Moniak has DH duties. Cole Carrick patrolling center. TJ Rumfield will clean up as the first baseman. Zach Veen in left. Connor Norby at third. Anael Amador at second. Brett Sullivan behind the plate. And Ezekiel Tovar at short to finish things up. About to get things started, Roki Sasaki. Start number 22 this year, and his number since the break. 5 starts, 2 wins, an ERA of 2.10. Swinging strike one to begin the ball game.
This is Roki before the All-Star break and after the All-Star break. If you take a look at what has happened, the four-seamer not throwing as much, the splitter a lot more and a lot more effective. Pitching much more north-south now as well. This will be the 3rd time he's faced the Rockies this year. They are familiar.
There's the splitter you highlighted in the pregame show on the top of the telecast, and just how effective it's been. A 102 opponent's average on that pitch as McCarthy bounces strike 2 foul on a splitter.
I mean, what was amazing for me is I figured that he was going to be better against left-handers with that splitter, just because it usually run away from him. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. No protection down there. But against right-handers, they are hitting 102, no extra base hits. Lefties 169, 4 home runs.
Got him. Goes to the breaking ball to put away McCarthy.
I mean, that's that not fair thing, right? As a hitter, you just hit a ball off your foot, not feeling good, and then the pitcher rightly goes right back down there. Roki does it with a slider, gets him swinging.
1 strikeout, 6 away from 7 total, and a free jumbo jacket to Jack the Box in Los Angeles tomorrow. First pitch splitter, just like against McCarthy, to Mickey Moniak. Last time we saw Sasaki last Thursday against the Brewers. It was a bit of a grind of an outing, but still held the Brewers to 2 earned runs and 4 hits, 5 walks handed up. Dodgers were in line for a win until Edwin Diaz blew the save. Trying to get Moniak. Instead of 2-strike base hit. He's thinking 2. Pages fires in. Airmails Betts. Hustle double for Moniak with 1 out.
Well, Roki, for the first time against Moniak, tried to sneak a fastball by him. Those of you at home, that was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So that's triple digits. But again, location and really the relative inefficiency as far as movement. That ball came off the bat at 100 miles an hour. It actually came off slower than what it came in at.
Strike 1 called against Cole Carrick.
That pitch a couple inches out of the zone, but got the call.
This is an area he has also improved since the break. Limiting hits with runners in scoring position. Ahead of Carey going 2. Rocky center fielder 1 for 9 this series. 2 strikeouts, hitting .284 his first 58 games.
Feel like after Moniak hit that fastball in the gap that he stays away from that pitch. Roki does. Maybe a slider right now like he got McCarthy. Splitter.
And not a good one. Bounces in there, squaring the count 2-2. Goes to the fastball, but misses in, filling the count. Saw triple digits earlier. That one at 99. In his last outing, the fastball averaged 97.6, which was his lowest fastball average since May 23rd. Payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Nice job by Roki right there. He's got the base open. He doesn't have to throw a fastball down the middle. So he goes away from both not only the fastball, but the strike throwing. Goes with the splitter, drops out of the zone, gets the young, aggressive Carrick.
Now the big first baseman, T.J. Rumfield, grounds the first pitch to Betts. Throw not great, but Freddie Freeman bails him out, and that's the final out of the first inning. A scoreless first inning in Denver. And here's Freddie Freeman leading off the top of the second inning.
Yeah, he's been swinging it well, no doubt about it. Run the bases, just doing a little bit of everything.
Five hits, 3 ribbies, 3 runs scored. First pitch strike from Freeland. Now before the first, we highlighted Ohtani's numbers at Coors Field with the Dodgers. For Freddie Freeman, 32 games, hitting .349, 44 hits, 16 have gone for extra bases, 5 homers, walked 19 times. Now 10 doubles after the 2 he had in the series opener Mondays. First extra base hits since the 26th of July. Tipped in and out of the glove of Sullivan, so an extra life for Freddie. Has faced Freeland a bunch, has never homered against him. 2-2.
Freeland doing a nice job against these Dodgers hitters, just moving the ball around the zone. He's staying away from the middle part of the plate. Dodgers are having to look out on the edges. Just got to continue to rein those pitches in over the plate.
Took a fastball at the knees for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Freeland.
Again, early on, Freeland is using the entire plate. Now he's staying away from anything elevated, but he's staying at the bottom of the zone and going a lot of east-west with all of his pitches.
First pitch to Mookie Betts. Ball 1. Betts 1 for 10 this trip to Denver so far. And that one hit was an RBI double. His first plate appearance on Monday. So 0 for his last 9. Jumps ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Mookie's last 37 games, he's had 3 nights with 3 hits, 3+, but also 18 hitless games. Grounds it, stopped it short by Tovar, but no chance for him to make the play, even if he fields it cleanly. So Betts on with a 1-out single. Performance Spotlight shine on Miguel Rojas. It's sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. Getting the start against the lefty in Freeland because he has handled lefties all year.
It really has. I mean, that's been his calling card, and it doesn't matter. He can be sitting all game long, come in, bam, off of a lefty. Or gets a start, bam, off of a lefty. See what he's doing this month. Regardless, righty or lefty, hit 353.
It's a first pitch changeup. Also been excellent hitting fastballs in 2 of Freeland's 3 primary pitches. Fastballs. Probably expecting one there. Definitely looks like they're trying to work him away. Rojas 9 for 24, 375 clip against Freeland. Has homered once, 6 strikeouts.
And you take a look at the way the Rockies are playing Rojas. You saw him just hit the ball to the right side. That first baseman holding on Mookie, second baseman right near second base. Got that whole right side to shoot a ball through.
Ball 2 bounces up, even count for Rojas. On 2-2, Rojas takes low.
First 3-ball count of the evening for the Dodgers.
Freeland's payoff. Strike 3.
I mean, that pitch was just, it's basically unhittable. Just a seam or 2 on the edge of the plate. Freeland just dots that thing. Again, so far early on, Freeland has stayed away from the middle part of the plate. 3 strikeouts already in the first 6 hitters.
Brings up Kyle Tucker. Betts still on first, but on 2 outs in the second. First pitch. It's a base hit into right field. Betts going from first to third. Throw in is late. Tucker jumps on the first pitch. The Dodgers have runners on the corners.
Kyle being aggressive. You mentioned jumps on that first pitch sinker. Comes off the bat at 93 miles an hour. Moves Mookie over to third base.
Another Dodger who's looking for some feel good at the plate, Kike Hernandez. Just 2 for his last 24 since returning from the injured list for a second time this year. First and third, 2 out, no score just yet. Now there is. Kike linesman into center field to score Mookie.
Continuing the trend last night where the bottom part of the lineup is going to do the damage. 3 of the last 4 hitters, all singles. That one coming off the bat at 90 miles an hour. Again, not hitting the ball extremely hard, but getting the bat on the ball. And like we talked about before, this field just so huge. So many base hits out there.
First and second for Ben Rortvedt. Pops it up to short. That's the final out, but the Dodgers scored the first run for a third straight game in this series. Kike's first RBI since May 26th.
Dodgers fans, vote for the Cookies and Cream Cold Brew. Fill in your ballpark bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket.
Back-to-back 2-out RBI, or back-to-back 2-out RBI.
I know what you're saying.
Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Dodgers. Kyle Tucker, Kike Hernandez. The last one bringing in Kike.
Man, you're good. Dodgers are up 1-0.
1-0 Dodgers, second inning. First pitch strike again for Roki. That's now 5 for 5 to begin the ball game. As he'll deal with Zach Veen, Connor Norby, and Adael Amador.
Yeah, interesting because you go to that first inning, 11 of 16 strikes, but 5 of those were chases. So really only 6 of those pitches were in the strike zone. But we know this Rocky ball club, a very aggressive team.
Slider tip foul, 1-2. Rockies with the worst chase rate in all the majors. Splitter slips away, 2-2. Third time for Sasaki facing the Rockies this year. Entering this outing, combined 10 2/3 innings, 6 earned runs on 11 hits, including 3 home runs.
Not really the draw you're looking for, though, if you're Roki, right? Getting a couple starts in a season at
2 out of the 3.
I mean,
another 2-2. Another foul ball. Yeah, April 19th was here in Denver. Sasaki 4 2/3. 3 earned runs, 7 hits, couple of walks. Again, it's been a different guy.
for sure, for sure.
is filthy with the slider. Third strikeout.
Again, whether it's a slider or that splitter, those things are the put-away pitches, and he's been able to use either one of those this evening. The fastball just keeping you honest, set it up for show.
3 strikeouts, and now 4 away from a jumbo jack tomorrow in LA after the purchase of a large drink.
I found it interesting. Roki came up the other day. He was in LA, but the performance staff had found that, look, the fewer hours you can spend in Colorado, the better off you're going to be.
Norby dumps one into left field for a 1-out double. Rockies have 2 hits, and both of them have been 2-base hits.
Yeah, not a lot on that ball. 73 miles an hour off the bat. Kind of reminded me the other night. Norby did the same thing against Blake Snell. Blake had him down 2 strikes and tried to throw one of his changeups, the real slow changeup, and Norby trying to just flipped it out to left, much like that.
So tying run in scoring position for the Rockies, and Amador whiffs on a splitter. Strike 1. We highlight the first pitch strikes. He's now 7 for 7. He entered tonight, Sasaki did, below league average throwing first pitch strikes, 59.7%. The rest of the league averaging about 61.2%. Orpet blocks a splitter in the dirt, 1-1.
Rockies last night 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, both teams this series have found ways to be productive in those spots. Fastball on the outer edge, 1-2.
And when you throw a fastball like that, you don't have to throw 100, and that was a 98, but it was well located. Saw earlier he tried to sneak a 100-mile-an-hour fastball by Moniak, but it got way too much of the plate.
And that's just the latest example of what you're talking about, EK, with the aggressiveness of this Rocky team. They're up there to swing the bat no matter where the pitch is thrown, seemingly. Warren Schaefer, his first year as the official manager, was the interim last season. 30th pitch of the game from Roki. Fouled over the screen.
Ahead in the count right now, 1-2. Whether it's a slider or the splitter, I think that he could probably even bounce it. You mentioned Amador just looks like he's in automatic swing mode. But you bounce something, it's going to be pretty tough to make contact with.
Fastball runs in at 99. Slow roller to Rojas. Second out gets Norby over to third. Colorado has its tying run 90 feet away with Brett Sullivan, catcher and number 8 hitter. So he's not going to be perfect tonight. Now 7 for 8, getting ahead 0-1. The 1-0 to Sullivan. Levels things out. And the reason why it's been big for Sasaki getting strike one, you look at the production for opponents. After 1-0, opponents OPS 985. When it's 0-1, drops down to 633.
Well, again, with Roki, if you're as a hitter, if it's 1-0, you know, he does not want to fall behind 2-0. There's a good chance a fastball's coming. And that has not been a pitch that, you know, has been as effective for him.
Dodgers leading 1-0 early. 2 outs, a runner on third for Colorado. 3 balls and a strike for Sullivan.
Well, if you're Sullivan, you're just sitting on a fastball here. Sitting on a fastball, but not good at all. I mean, that pitch is 6 inches below the zone, and that's the thing. It's automatic swing before you even see it. You know, now you're putting yourself into a position where, if I'm Rogi, I'm dropping a slider on him right here.
This is outside. Sullivan checked his swing, so a 2-out walk. Here's a word from Kia.
Sasaki, first and third right now. You've got a free swinger like Tovar up at the plate. There should be no fastballs. None. And again, your splitter against right-handed hitters this year, yet to give up an extra base hit. Opponents hitting 102. Right-handed hitter.
Sullivan running for second. Rortvedt's throw, the tag, got him!
That's on a splitter right there. You had a pretty good jump. Rortvedt, excellent shot down to second. Put the Rockies back in the dugout. Dodgers lead 1-0. Join the Dodgers for an exclusive Shohei Ohtani Starter Series bobblehead on August 22nd, presented by Toyo Tires. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
And once you know it, Ohtani leading off the third inning for the Dodgers, who lead Colorado 1-0 in pursuit of a series sweep. Freeland deals. Ohtani takes a high strike. Grounded out to second on the very first pitch of the ball game. That worsens Shohei's career line against Freeland to 9 for 17.
Got him figured out, huh? Freeland does. You got him once, right?
Comes the 1-1. Comfortably outside. A 22-game hitting streak for Ohtani in this ballpark. 26 driven in that stretch. Batting average of .402. Freeland's 2-1. Fouled in the screen. That 22-game streak is tied with Ray Durham.
Okay.
For the third longest streak by a visiting player in this ballpark in history. Greg Biggio hits in 24 straight. Steve Finley, a 30-gamer. Still 2-2.
I mean, could you imagine Shohei playing here in a season, right? But here's the caveat, right? But you'd also have to pitch here. So, like, would you want to do like Shohei? Would you want to do that? Just to see like the crazy offensive numbers, but I don't know if it'd be worth it from the pitching side.
Second ground out to Norby in as many plate appearances. First out of the third.
But man, he has been an absolute offensive force in this place.
And then you think back to the home run derby, the 2021 All-Star game. Epic matchup when they had the bracket going. It's Ohtani against Soto. Andy Pages up. Takes ball one high. So yeah, you can imagine what it'd be like to watch Shohei hit here for 81 games.
But you got a pitch here. That's
counterpoint. Right? Unless you know.
And then on the flip side,
massage the schedule.
Well, yeah, but you know what? I was just thinking too. You'd also have to play 81 games from a. It's going to wear you down. Both pitching and hitting. You know, two-way guy here. But I would like to see the offense just one.
Dodgers got an RBI single from Kike Hernandez in the second to take the early lead. On a 1-2, Pages sees the count even up. Goes chasing a curve and strikes out. Fourth K for Freeland.
Freeland staying out of the zone and Andy just being a bit too aggressive. You know, for the most part this series, Andy has been great up there as far as making these guys throw the ball over the plate.
Outside, ball one for Teoscar Hernandez, who was Freeland's first strikeout victim. One on the way. This is away.
Going back to that Shohei discussion, you know, the hitting, the pitching, and you know, so he's only had one start here in his career. That was actually last year. 5 earned runs, 9 hits, 4 innings pitched. So I think I can answer that question for you.
Even with the one start sample size.
I mean, it's just like, yeah. Let's just dream about those offensive numbers.
Hernandez in the driver's seat. 3 balls and a strike. Fouls back a sinker. On 3-2. Freeland walks him. No, the last couple years, EK, we've been talking about the Dodgers being a juggernaut in terms of 2-out offense, 2-out runs scored. It's been a different story this year. But tonight, their first run came with 2 out. Free pass to Teoscar Hernandez brings up Freddie Freeman.
That number is going to ebb and flow, but just really the nature of the Dodger hitters, I think you're going to be more successful here in this group than you will elsewhere. Not because of the Dodgers, but because of the types of hitters you have. Guys that'll grind out at bats, see a lot of pitches. Freddie just not picking up Kyle, at least not to this point. Saw 7 pitches in the first at bat. Ended up being called out on strikes.
'50th pitch of the night from Freeland. And first the check on Teo. Freeland has to step off. Can't quite hear what Sullivan wants. While this mound visit happens, we'll listen to a quick word from Morongo Casino.
The music of No Doubt by No Duh, the 20th. Morongo.
Top of the third, 1-0 Dodgers, 2 outs. Teoscar Hernandez, the runner on first. Freddie Freeman trying to work back into the count or work his way on base. The 1-2 pitch. You're right. He's just not seeing Freeland so far tonight. Second strikeout. Freeland's got 5 punch-outs through his first 3 innings, but the Dodgers lead.
Crustables straight out of your fridge. No wait time.
You're watching back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA, and it's brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invite you to test drive a Lexus today. 9-1-2 due up for the Rockies. Bottom of the third inning. Tovar tips a strike. He was at the plate in the second. The Rockies had runners on first and third. Saki was north of 20 pitches, and then Brett Sullivan tried to steal second to get into scoring position, and Ben Rortvedt just popped up and threw a rope to Rojas.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Rortvedt, I mean, granted Tovar just starting the AB, but I mean, that throw just got the Dodgers out of that inning without really what I thought was going to be a possible issue. He had just walked Sullivan, and Sullivan one bag all year long and did the Dodgers a favor.
Fastball high, 2-2. And on that play, Rortvedt's pop time was 1.88. League average is 2.00. And it wasn't a fastball.
No, it was a splitter, wasn't it? Splitter, slider? Slider, yeah. I mean,
a ground ball to Betts. Sets and throws to Freddie. 1 away. Somebody else would like a word. Morongo Casino.
The music of No Doubt by No Duh, the 20th. Morongo.
So the first time through for Sasaki, 2 hits, both doubles, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, no runs.
no runs, and to his credit, both innings the Rockies had runners in scoring position, but he was able to pitch himself out of it, and you know, again, Rortvedt helped him out with that caught stealing.
Bounce to second. Gobbled up by Rojas to Freeman. 2 out. I mean, EK, where are you at on Sasaki's sophomore season so far? I mean, if you folks will go to his whatever page, MLB.com, baseball reference. All right, he's 5-5 in ERA, about 4.5, but that does not tell the story for his year at all.
Well, so I would say I'm ecstatic with where he's at. You know, considering where he was last year, where he was for the first couple months of this season. And I think a lot of people, a lot of fans would tell you, wow, this might not turn out the way we had hoped. But what he's done and the adjustments that he's made since the All-Star break, and he's only going to continue to get better and more polished. And then you can start dreaming and say, wow, I mean, we might really have something. And so you look at the patience of the Dodgers. It's one of the luxuries of being as good as we are. You can give guys time to develop.
Ball and 2 strikes against Moniak, who doubled his first time up.
That's the thing. Like I don't care where he was. I'm just looking, where are you right now?
Getting ready for pitch number 50. The 2-2 to Moniak. Ground ball beyond the diving Rojas. Squeaks into right field for a 2-out single. And Moniak is 2 for 2.
That ball just out of the reach of Rojas. It would have been the first 1, 2, 3 innings. So again, each of the innings, the Rockies put some traffic out there on the bases.
Strike 1 to Carrig.
They got Carrig in his last at bat. Went full count and then dropped a 3-2 splitter on him. And right now, the first pitch, you get a fastball right there. And he's got Carrig guessing all sorts of ways right now.
Yes, he did. That's strike 2.
I mean, that's great. As a pitcher right now, you love this because the hitter took the fastball right down the middle, 0-0, and then offers at a split that's out of the zone. So you can tell, like, what is he sitting on? He doesn't even know.
And you heard, Carrick yelling at himself after that first inning strikeout.
Yeah, Carrick is a.
He just called himself something.
He's a volatile guy, but that's what makes him an exciting player for this team.
Stays in there. Another 0-2. Broken bat, roller to Freddie Freeman. Sasaki covers first. Everybody okay behind home plate. Workfed is checking on Dan Merzell, the home plate umpire. Inning over, 3 full in the books. The Dodgers still up 1-0.
The first 40,000 fans on August 23rd will take home an exclusive pair of Uniqlo sunglasses presented by Uniqlo. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Ball 1 to Mookie Betts. Betts, Rojas, and Tucker do up for the Dodgers in the 4th. Already a 1-0 lead. This was Carrick's ground at the end of the inning. Watch the broken bat in the barrel. Oh, I mean, that is.
I mean, that was lucky.
Oof.
That was lucky,
Yes.
actually, right?
Merzell okay. Calls ball 2, but Brett Sullivan will throw out a challenge. An ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And Sullivan 2 for 2.
The count is 1-1. Colorado has 2 remaining challenges.
Colorado has been good this year with their catcher challenges. They've been real good amongst the top in baseball.
How about the hitters?
I can't say the same for the hitters. It's Dodger fans think I get on the Dodger players. Well, these guys take it to a whole new level.
Betts bangs one in the air to deep left field. This ball is gone. A leadoff home run for Mookie, his 16th of the season, and it's now 2-0.
Mookie gets a knuckle curve, and it's down the middle part of the plate. It's down in the zone. He just drops the bat head. Gets enough of it. Came off the bat at 99 miles an hour. You see, he gets that extension. He stays through. All right, that's first hit of the series, right? And going to make it a banger.
First home run at Coors Field since June 28th, 2023.
Wow.
That's hard to believe. Rojas hits it on the ground to Tovar. First out of the 4th.
Yeah, first hit since his first at bat this series. He had that big double to start the game. Man, I'm locked in. First, that was his first hit since his last at-bat. Man,
I'm not going to throw stones from my glass house based on my attempt at
I know
describing the second inning.
Run. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Folks, this is the final game for EK and I in the booth this season. Whatever it's worth.
Man.
The ball and a strike for Kyle Tucker.
All right, let's see if Kyle can join the club here with Mookie. Base hit in his last time at the plate.
Popped into the air, third base side. That will fade into the seats foul.
Yeah, big base hit last night. That double driving in a run. And again, earlier in the ball game, first at bat, first pitch. Base hits will elicit some smiles and some feel good.
Behind 1-2. Takes a curve low. Dave Roberts highlighting that double from Tucker, saying he was just trying to get the runner over there. And hey, when you're doing a little thing for the team, it's rewarded with an RBI. That's what Roberts told the media. And it goes the other way. Kyle Tucker is 2 for 2.
Doing a nice job. This pitch out over the plate, up in the zone, and Kyle gets the bat head there. Coming off the bat at 83 miles an hour, shoots that into left field. Really a nice two-strike job.
Brings up Kike, brought in the first Dodger run. This one high in the air, left field on the warning track. Wally leaps, he's not going to get it. Kike finds the seats at Coors for a 2-run homer. The second long ball of this fourth inning for the Dodgers.
Tucker hanging around thinking about possibly tagging right there. Again, as high as Kike hit that thing. Right? He might have hit it higher than he did far.
I mean, EK, you look down at your score sheet, bottom half of the order again. Betts 2 for 2, 2 runs scored and a homer. Tucker 2 for 2 with a run. Kike 2 for 2. He's driven in 3. Warfit flies out for the second out of the fourth.
Well, interesting because the ball that Kike hit was a knuckle curve. Mookie Betts, knuckle curve. Both of them just, you know, we talked about early on the plate. Hadn't been leaving it over, and those two he did.
Kyle Freeland is something wrong. He's been reaching for his back. So the athletic trainer and Warren Schaefer both go out there. You see some scrambling in the Rocky pen. As soon as he finished that last pitch to Rortvedt. And that's going to be it for Kyle Freeland. That's tough to see. He's having a tremendous month of August. But the Dodgers taking a 4-0 lead in the fourth inning, and the Rockies have to make a pitching change.
hurry in during the Jeep make this?
Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. And by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Dodgers having a great time in this fourth inning. Couple home runs. Mookie Betts leading things off with a laser to left. Then after Kyle Tucker singled, Kike Hernandez kisses the sky. Had to wait because he can't run past Tucker on first. And he comes around celebrating his second homer of the season. Then Ben Rortvedt lined out to right field, and Kyle Freeland grimaced after that last pitch and was removed from the game with what looked like a low back injury, prompting the Rockies to make a change. Now on the mound and making his major league debut, the southpaw Mark Manfredi, 26-year-old from Ohio, an undrafted southpaw. This year in the minors, an ERA of 4.09 in his 15 2/3 innings. So, Mark, welcome to the major leagues. You got to come in out of nowhere, get hot when you're ice cold, and the first batter you're going to face is Shohei Ohtani.
I mean, in all honesty, that may be the best way to face Shohei, because you don't, like, that's the last thing you've had to think about. There's like, no way am I pitching right now. I'm not going to, and then boom. There's no time to even think. And on the flip side, you know, this may be your best chance against Shohei, because, you know, what information does Shohei have? I mean, he's just going to get up there and learn in the box.
He's pitched at 3 different teams this year across 2 levels, but 75 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings. Just asked Dan Rizal for about 5 more. And you come in for an injury, you get as much time as you like to get warmed up. But Ike, while we wait for Manfredi to get loose again, I just thinking about the Dodgers, all they wanted to do in these 3 games against the Rockies and Denver, of course, get wins, but going to get the bats warmed up. And specific bats tonight, already 2 for 2 in Betts, Tucker, and Kike Hernandez.
Yeah, certainly it has been a feel-good trip so far for the Dodgers as far as the offense goes. And again, you know, offense can be contagious, and just as when it goes well, everybody starts to contribute, it sort of snowballs in a good way. When things aren't going well, it also can snowball. And after that Brewers, you also have to be realistic. The Brewers, one of the best staffs in all of it, and then you go to a ballpark that is very conducive to getting base hits.
A starting rotation which has been among the worst in franchise history.
Well, you're facing the worst staff numerically in baseball. So you've gone from one extreme to the other. And, you know, you are expected to come up here and swing the bat. But expectations and actually going out and doing it, you know, don't always match up. But the Dodgers have absolutely matched up.
For 4-0 Dodgers, 2 outs, nobody on in the 4th. The first major league pitch from Manfredi is ball 1 to Ohtani. Shohei 0 for 2, 2 ground outs to second base. Couple fastballs to start. 1 up and away, 1 low and away. Ball 3. Take strike 1. Fastball clipping the outside corner at 94. 2-out walk.
For Manfredi, obviously a whole host of emotions. Ohtani, the Dodgers coming into a game. But you really got to just try and breathe as slow as you can, make everything just happen in a very controlled way.
Top four of the Dodgers still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Andy Pages supplies it.
Nice job by Andy. Not a lot of information against this guy. Again, a lefty. All you're trying to do with most left-handers is think the other way. Let the ball travel. Don't get out and try and roll something over. Andy does a nice job of facing a guy that is new to the league.
Hernandez to left. Routine for Veen. So 2 stranded, but 3 in on a couple of long balls for the Dodgers in the 4th.
Free.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans on August 21st to take home this exclusive Luka Doncic bobblehead. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Now a 4-0 Dodger lead starting the bottom of the 4th inning. About 20 minutes since Hiroki Sasaki has thrown a pitch. And strike 1 anyway. Rumfield grounded out to short as the last out of the 1st inning. And on that ground out, Mookie's throw over to Freddie saw Freeman kind of sprawl out to receive it. And earlier today, a new statistic was rolled out by Statcast, baseball savant. Ball and 2 strikes on Rumfield, highlighting how first basemen receive throws. And Freddie Freeman, I don't think shocks any Dodger fan to hear, right at the top.
Right. I mean, that's one of those ones, the eye test, and these metrics just validate the eye test. He was second in all of baseball behind Alec Burleson of the St. Louis Cardinals. But again, we watch it every day, and we see how, he has helped this infield and saved so many. And a lot of it, you don't even recognize it. He's making a great play because he makes it look so effortless and so smooth.
High splitter, 2-2.
But that's the thing about Freddie. It's a complete baseball game every night he shows up. Whether it's up at the plate, whether it's running the bases, whether it's out in the field, whether it's just making a cerebral play.
There's a base hit into right for Rumfield. It's the 3rd Rocky hit coming with 2 strikes and a count.
Man, no shame when Rumfield does that, though. He's one of the better 2-strike hitters. Very tough to strike out. And again, he's not going to hit the ball with crazy exit velocity, but he does get the bat on the ball, and you couple that with this part, it allows for him to have success.
Colorado has been putting traffic on. They've had base runners in every inning so far, but Sasaki has been able to wiggle out of it up to this point. Ball 1 to Zach Veen. 0 for 1 with a punch out.
This is the guy for me that Sasaki has to be careful with as well. It's a 7-pitch at bat, as you mentioned, ending in a strikeout, but this guy has power.
Takes a whiff on a fastball at 98. Dean with hits and ribbies in 5 of his first 6 games with the big club. Former 9th overall pick in the 2020 draft. Was chasing the split downstairs. Sasaki takes advantage 1-2.
I mean, if you're Roki, you got to go right back with that. That pitch was so far out of the zone, but Dean was unable to lay off. Great opportunity to do the same.
Got him swinging high heat.
Roki's got him twice tonight, both swinging. Does a great job of changing the eye level. Remember, he had thrown that splitter. He was down in the dirt and then goes with that high fastball out of the zone, being unable to catch up.
First pitch strike on Norby. What a double back in the 2nd inning.
Roki on a little heater right now. 5 straight strikes. Again, the pitches too. Not only are they strikes, but the location of these pitches. Super efficient.
Norby goes the other way. Pothill's running after it. Not going to get there. One hops off the wall. Run field will stop at 3rd. Norby's 2nd double of the night, putting 2 in scoring position for the Rockies.
This pitch a splitter that just really didn't do much. It was just kind of flat, stayed in the middle part of the zone. Norby again, he was down in the count. 0-2. Able to fire that thing out to right center. Fortunately for the Dodgers, Rumfield at first does not run well at all. Dodgers still an opportunity to get out of this thing.
And another 2-strike hit to the ledger. Now 4 for Colorado. 4-0 Dodgers in the 4th inning. 99-mile-per-hour fastball called a strike. Amador is going to issue a challenge.
Strike. The batter has challenged.
I mean, the situation is okay, but the visual is not good.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 0-1. Colorado has 1 remaining challenge.
I don't think any of that is out of the zone. Like, you should get -2 or something for that.
This will be Sasaki's 70th pitch of the night. In the dirt. Kike on the cut of the grass at 3rd. Now backing up. Strike 2 called. Pitch toward the bottom of the zone.
That's the one you should have challenged. Great location, though. I mean, that's where Roki has to stay, right? He had Norby in a great pitcher's count, but just left the pitch, got too much of the plate. And he hasn't done that all evening. I mean, he has been absolutely outstanding on staying on the edges and staying out of the zone and getting chase.
Splitter fouled away, still 1-2. He's already stranded 4 base runners the first 3 innings. Can he do it again? Fastball sails high. The 2-2 Amador. Lines it to left. Teoscar Hernandez at a bad read. It sails over his head and gets to the wall. The Rockies are on the board and the Dodger lead cut in half.
So it's a bad route, right? I mean, you can just see the route isn't great. And I think he just misjudged it, but it didn't come off the bat all that well. 89 miles an hour. So I don't know if he lost anything in the lights, but you look at it and you watch the replay, just the route isn't great. So then you say, okay, he just misjudged it off the bat, because he doesn't try and shield anything, or he doesn't act like there was a glare. It was just a, it was a misread, and that happens up here in this ballpark.
And also poor location on that pitch from Sasaki, giving up another 2-strike hit. That's now 5 in the game.
But in his defense, that's a fly ball to left, right? It wasn't. That ball was 89 miles an hour off the bat. And yes, it's not the great location, but that was not a great.
He did his.
Yeah, he did. Roki did his part, right? I think Teo just it was a tough read. And again, that happens up here in this ballpark with the altitude and the carry of the fly balls.
So now tying run at the plate. Waving a miss, strike one for Sullivan, who walked his first time up, then caught trying to steal second. Rookie now north of 20 pitches in this inning. The 1-1 to Sullivan. Bounce foul.
Fourth inning has not been kind to either one of these pitchers. Dodgers put up 3 runs in the top part of this fourth. TK, that big home run. Mookie as well.
Just foul at first. Amador on second, back-to-back doubles, providing the response from the Rockies in this fourth inning. So now a 4-2 game. Sullivan flies it to right. Pages underneath it. Amador stays. Pitch 25 of the inning. 80 of the night is fouled to the right side by Tovar.
So Roki right now ahead 0-2, cannot make the same mistake he did to Norby. Norby was ahead 2 strikes and left that splitter over the middle part of the plate, especially with a guy like Tovar. Tovar is swinging here.
And missing. A strikeout gets Sasaki through the fourth. Colorado getting a pair. The Dodgers still in front. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. 4-2 Dodgers starting the fifth. Freddie Freeman at the plate. Freddie was the lone Dodger to not come up to bat in the fourth. Dodgers getting 3 runs. Mookie Betts with a solo homer. Kike Hernandez with a 2-run shot. Freeman struck out twice against Kyle Freeland, now facing Manfredi, who came in to replace Freeland, who had to leave with an injury. Two balls and a strike. Second time this series we've seen former Dodger Nick Frasso getting warmed up in the Colorado pen. He's yet to enter though. Fastball down the middle. 2-2. Strike 3 call. Fastball in the corner. It's a 3-strikeout game for Freddie. First major league strikeout for Mark Manfredi, getting a future Hall of Famer.
I mean, just a well-executed pitch right on the corner. Nothing Freddie could do about it.
Brings up Mookie for a 3rd time. Takes a strike. Back in the 4th inning, leading off.
Second hit of the ball game for Mookie. Knuckle curve right down the middle part of the plate, down in the zone, and Mookie just golfed that thing out of here.
6 extra base hits in the last 10 games for Betts, including 3 homers. Sent to right. Playable for McCarthy. 2 gone. Miguel Rojas 0 for 2 so far, struck out in the second. Gets to see a different lefty. Strike 1 called against him.
Yeah, generous call right there, a couple inches off the inner part of the plate.
Shot foul. Manfredi's 0-2 is in the dirt. So far this year, Rojas been a Dodger who prefers hitting in Los Angeles. 302 average and an 800 OPS. Unico Field at Dodger Stadium. On the road, 265 and 679 entering tonight. He's down swinging, bookending K's in a 1-2-3 fifth for Manfredi. Keeps it 4-2. Dodgers ahead.
Way.
Pitch count at 83 for Hiroki Sasaki starting the 5th inning. The Dodgers ahead by 2. 16 pitches in the first, 22 in the second, 16 in the third, and then 28 in the 4th. Facing the top of the order, strike one on Jake McCarthy. Been a busy stretch for the Dodgers of late. 13 consecutive games. Got an off day on tap tomorrow. And a 3-game series with Pittsburgh. Fastball by the swinging bat of McCarthy. 1-2. Strike 3 swinging. The slider to get McCarthy for a second time.
Yeah, 2 times he's put down McCarthy with the strikeout, both swinging. Also induced a ground ball to second, but that's so key to hold this Colorado offense at bay. McCarthy has had a great season, but Roki not letting him breathe.
Moniak rockets a foul ball, strike 1. And another good year offensively for Moniak. He's definitely found a home in Colorado. There was some conversation about him ahead of the trade deadline. Teams looking for a slugging lefty, but Colorado opted to not only keep him, but then extend him the day after the deadline.
Yeah, one of those things where, again, you know, his numbers, especially in Colorado, are elite. Also very good in the clubhouse, mentoring some of the younger players. And remember, this guy was a 1-1 many years ago by the Philadelphia Phillies.
He's a guy you got to give a lot of credit to. When you look at his story, 1-1, kind of surprise pick in 2016, and you know, obviously didn't find a home in Philly. Goes to the Angels, had some moments, but kind of been written off as in a way, and found a nice marriage here with Colorado. Flies it toward Pages in center. 2 outs in the 5th. Ike, you mentioned it yesterday, you know, for the Rockies moving forward, the position player group that they have, obviously down 2 key pieces on the injured list. Hunter Goodman was placed there yesterday with a shoulder issue. Kyle Karros has been on the concussion IL, and hopefully Kyle is back sometime soon. But McCarthy, Moniak, this man, Carrig, Rumfield.
Well, they certainly are making strides. There's Kyle right there.
I think he might be looking for you. Yeah.
They're going in the right direction, but at the end of the day, you're still going to have the pitching
pitch
issue.
was called a strike. The batter has challenged.
ABS challenge, and it's confirmed.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 0-2. Colorado has exhausted its challenges.
I mean, do I even need to say anything?
You do not.
I mean, everybody that's watching and seen my telecast, we're all on the same page. We know that that was not good.
Pokes it toward left center. Pages has a drop in front of him.
Now Roki's still looking for that first 1-2-3 inning. Unable to do so. Again, right here, you retire this man, and you know, especially after the last inning, Mark Pryor going to come out and see how things are going.
2 out, 2 strikes, single for Carrig, continuing the 5th inning. Brock Stewart just got up and started tossing a baseball And Alex Vesia just got up as well. But no one's really cutting it loose. Strike one to Rumfield. Singled and scored his last time up.
Really nice right there to get that strike one. You talked earlier about the difference. Roki 0-1 versus 1-0. Night and day.
Swinging strike two. The better splitters we've seen.
I just had Kara going to.
6 of the Rockies, 7 hits tonight and 2 strike counts. A strike away from getting through the 5th.
So that right there is that's just tough right there. And that's where the experience will come in, and the more and more reps Roki gets. But that's 0-2 to the number 4 hitter, and that's a center cut fastball. Now that's an elite pitch. That's the 0-2 pitch. You know, and he was, I don't want to say he was fortunate, right? And a more experienced hitter, a better hitter, maybe he doesn't even have an opportunity now. But that pitch right there is elite.
Pitch number 99. Rolled to the right side. Backhanded by Freeman. Doesn't need any help. The final out of the 5th inning. Dodgers 4 and the Rockies 2. Kyle Tucker comes to the plate for the top of the 6th. His night so far. Single in the 2nd. Came up again in the 4th. Batters after Mookie homered. And he shot one the other way. So he's 2 for 2. Pair of base hits and a run scored.
Little carryover from last night. That big RBI double.
And it's old friend Nick Frasso now pitching for the Rockies. Frasso went to Colorado with Landon Vodorik in the Seth Halverson trade. Pitch count problems. Frasso, now 27 years old. LA kid, went to LMU.
Peninsula High School in the South Bay. As you mentioned, found his way to LMU and drafted by Toronto. They may have given him a ball 1, right?
They'd love to get an explanation. Ball 1 has been put on the scoreboard, so just as you thought, EK. Tucker starts ahead in the count, but the first pitch evens it. Tucker to center. Carrig makes a sliding catch.
Carrick gets a good jump on this ball. Not hit all that hard, so kind of hung up there.
Is that called ball one? Ball one to Kike Hernandez. Rockies have no more ABS challenges. The Dodgers still have 2. Kike is driven in 3 of the 4 Dodger runs.
Got a little knuckle curve, and as high as he hit that thing, just continued to carry and carry. And nice little 2-run shot.
Fly ball right field. McCarthy camped out. 2 gone. Fastball inside to Rortvedt. Hitless in 2 ABs so far. Rortvedt come off the bench last night. Verdusha got sick. But Ben was always going to catch tonight anyway. 1-2. The Rockies announce Kyle Freeland's injury is neck tightness. Rocky starter 3 2/3, charged with all 4 Dodger runs on 6 hits. The 1-2 to Rortvedt. That's into right center field for a 2-out knock, setting the table for Shohei.
Dodgers catchers have been setting the table for Shohei last night. Hunter Verdusha, a couple of walks preceding the ABs by Shohei, one of which ended up with a shot in the seats.
A walk in his most recent plate appearance, but 0 for 2 previously. 4-2 Dodgers in the 6th. 2 outs and a runner aboard. The first from Frasso. A strike on the inside corner. Fastball at 99.
Previous pitch was called a strike. The batter has challenged.
Kind of an interesting time to challenge.
One way to put it.
The pitch was a strike. The count is 0-1. Los Angeles has 1 remaining challenge.
Ohtani loses 1 of the 2 ABS challenges. 1 left for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. Couple 99-mile-per-hour fastballs to start from Frasso. Frasso's 0-2. Totally fooled him. Was flailed at a slide in the dirt. Rortvedt stranded. 5.5 complete. Dodgers leading by 2. Welcome back to Coors Field, the final meeting for the Dodgers and Rockies this year. It's 4-2 LA. Now call to the bullpen, brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Brock Stewart, fresh off the injured list, replaces Hiroki Sasaki, about to make his 15th appearance.
Yeah, good to see Brock Stewart back, and you take a look at those innings. 14 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 120 opponents average against.
And for more on pitchers working their way back to health, we check in with Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, guys are getting really healthy right now, especially on the pitching side, and that includes Tyler Glasnow, who threw likely the final outing of his rehab assignment. He was with the OKC Comets, was able to get into the 6th inning, throwing 77 pitches, only gave up 1 hit, 1 run, and had 9 strikeouts. Dave Roberts had shared that the goal was him to get to 75 in 5 innings, so there's a very good chance that he has exceeded that, and this will be it, and he'll be returning to the big league team next week.
Big road trip next week. Kirsten, thanks so much for the update. Roller just inside the first base line, and Freeman gets to the bag just before Veen does.
It's a veteran move by Freddie. Yes, he makes it close, but he knows the time, and he's going to get there just ahead. Ozzie Smith, the shortstop for the Cardinals, a Hall of Famer, he used to do it all the time. Ground ball, you'd hit it to him, and you're running. You think, yeah, I'm going to make it. He just flip it over there and literally beat you by half a step. Make you sprint all the way down. Freddie just returned the favor there to Zach Veen.
Another part of that equation is, remember Stewart earlier this year covering first. Remember, he kind of stepped on the bag wrong, and that sent him to the IL. So he was happy to just veer off there. So the final line for Sasaki: 5 innings, 2 runs, both of them earned. 7 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 99 pitches, and 73 strikes. And they both came in on a double from Amador, a fly ball to left field, and Teoscar Hernandez will probably tell Roki after tonight's game, I probably should have had that there for you. On 0-2, sweeper misses low and away. Still 1-2. And the Dodgers get Connor Norby for the first time tonight as Stewart blows it by him.
.97-mile-an-hour four-seamer. You mentioned it, just gets it by Norby.
That means free Jumbo Jacks for everybody in Los Angeles tomorrow after the purchase of a large drink. Number 7 hitter, second baseman Amador. That's the dance out of the way of ball 1. Dodgers took the 1-0 lead in the second. Kike Hernandez with a 2-out RBI single. Solo home run for Mookie Betts in the 4th. Kike would add 2 more with a homer of his own in that same inning. So 4-0 Dodgers, now 4-2. Good changeup. 2 strikes.
Dodgers looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the evening.
Ground ball foul. I think at least one more. Cutter misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Amador. Stewart gets him with some high fastball heat. Back-to-back Ks in the Dodgers' first 1-2-3 inning of the night.
Absolutely free.
Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Philly-style bonus Jack combo. Shaved steak, grilled onions, and peppers, along with some melty cheese, starting at $5.49. We're starting the 7th inning in Denver. Andy Pages takes ball 1 from Nick Frasso, getting the 2nd inning of work.
Like to open this thing up a little bit for the Dodgers, right? See that offense that we've seen the previous 2 evenings, 2-run ball game now, and bullpen has been in play the last 2 nights. And
was time granted?
I think there's a pitch violation. Huh? What do we got? Andy asked for time, huh? Let's see.
Crew's going to get together. Frasso was ready to go, and then Andy just kind of stood there in the box. Time.
I think he feels like there was a pitch clock violation, right?
Or he wasn't engaged with. He's pleased. Dan Rizal's pointing.
I mean, the pitch was called the ball anyhow, right?
Prior to the clock expiring, the batter requested timeout. The batter timeout is granted. No pitch.
I think Andy is kind of saying the pitch clock. He was holding his hand up like the pitch clock's expired. Dan Rizal is saying that was a request for time.
Yeah, he thought it was a time. Yeah.
Line to second. Amador positioned well.
You know, it's interesting. When I was at the plate, if I wanted time or I wanted the umpire to know anything, I just started screaming. I literally, you would think I had something wrong with me. But I didn't want to take my hand off the bat in case I didn't get granted time. I didn't want him to think. I was like, you know, I'd say, time, or I'd yell. And you may not look great doing it, but you definitely got your point across, and you weren't putting yourself in a situation where, just as Andy did.
Ball and a strike for Teoscar Hernandez, who's over 2 of the walk. Freddie Freeman on deck. Dodgers with 8 hits, which is 4 runs. Lead is 2 in this series. 32 hits for the Dodger offense so far, and 15 of them extra base hits. A handful of home runs too.
Not a lot of run scoring opportunities tonight for the Dodgers. Just 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. On the flip side, the Rockies 1 for 6.
Dodgers had at least 6 hits with runners in scoring position the first 2 games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Hernandez. 20th pitch from Frasso. Right down the chute, strike 3.
You see the location, 97 miles an hour down the middle. And what's tough about Frasso, and you know what the Dodgers were always enamored with, not only the stuff but the angles of which he throws and the deceptiveness.
Now gets the classic change of scenery and a chance. Ball 1 to Freddie Freeman, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight. No swing on the appeal. Called ball 2.
No challenges left. That's the bigger problem. Half that ball got the plate. Certainly did check his swing.
So on the 2-1, Freeman pulls it foul on the right side. Trying to avoid a 14th career 4-strikeout game.
I mean, for me, just you saying that's shocking that you said, what, he's had 13
in his career.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that just sounds crazy to me.
This is year 17.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, that's how great a hitter he is. That, you know, the 4 strikeouts, I would have said under double digits.
Has the count full, 2 outs and nobody aboard. Mookie on deck should Freddie reach. Frasso's payoff. Freeman hits it in the air to right field. Hustling back McCarthy. It's over his head and it bangs off the wall. Freeman makes the turn, heads for second. He slides in safely with a double. His 3rd double of the series.
Well, they continue to try to go into Freddie. And Freddie checked the swing, fouled some pitches off, and gets a ball that he can drive, hits it off the wall. This is one of those things that, Coors Field actually takes away a home run. Hitting that high part of the wall there in right field.
Now 577 doubles. 1 shy of Wade Boggs. Again, he had no extra base hits at all. Not just doubles. No homers, no triples, no doubles at all. 67 at-bats, an 18-game stretch. The longest drought of his career. He's got back on his track here at Coors. 3 doubles and 12 ABs.
Yeah, that one that he just hit, like I said, in 24 of 30 ballparks, that's a home run.
And gets into scoring position for Betts. In case you missed things earlier, this was Mookie in the 4th leading off with a laser. Now facing Frasso. That's watches a first pitch fastball. Strike one. Ground ball to short. Tobar gloves and throws. 2 out, double stranded. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, which is brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store.
This is Alex.
Here's the road ahead for the Dodgers, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Off on Thursday, 3 against the Pirates over the weekend, and then right back to the road on Monday. Huge series in the Battery against Atlanta, and they'll wrap up that road trip against Detroit. And based on how the Pirates pitching is lined up, Paul Skeens will not face the Dodgers this weekend, though I guess you could argue if you want to see Paul Skeens ever, now's the time. Well, who we're going to see right here in Denver now is Alex Vesia. 56 games, 43 in the 3rd innings, an ERA of 2.91.
They see that opponent's average is 155. Asking for a little help on the mound right now. Doesn't like the landing spot.
Talk about that series in Atlanta being big because of the National League postseason picture. Braves won a series at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers would like to return the favor and also extend the gap between them in their quest for a postseason bye.
They just got swept, though, didn't they? The Minnesota Twins went in and
no, they went to Minnesota.
It's even better. You flew somewhere and got beat 3. But that's the thing. You know, you look at the Dodgers and you know how the remainder of the season plays out. You know, will they finish 1 or 2? And you know, one of the reasons I think they will is because these other teams, while they may be playing well, there's still, you know, a month and a half, a little less than a month and a half of the season to go. And there are going to be things that happen to these ball clubs where the depth of these teams isn't going to allow them to stay at the same pace. I mean, we just saw the Chicago Cubs, Dansby Swanson, the shortstop, he's going to be out for a while. They've fallen on some tough times lately. They lost a few ball games. Milwaukee stays completely healthy and Atlanta stays completely healthy. Sure. Am I betting on that in the next month and a half? No.
Milwaukee did lose today at home against Seattle after the Mariners got blown out and shut out 22-0 on Tuesday. They won 7-5. So the Dodgers a half game closer to the Crew in the standings. The Padres lost in New York 4-2. The Diamondbacks got a win in Boston.
Dodgers also the remainder of the way have the 5th easiest schedule. They're getting healthier.
So Alex Vesia called for some work on the mound. A member of the grounds crew came running in from the outfield and then went running down. They had to find the right tool and equipment. And here he comes. Dodgers 9 outs away from sweeping the Rockies. A little delay here before the bottom of the 7th. It's still 4-2 the score. For anybody who stepped away for a moment or joined us late, Dodgers led 4-0 after the top of the 4th. The Rockies punched back with 2 runs in the bottom of that 4th inning. With 0 since.
Well, talking about the mound, we can talk about Roki and his outing tonight. I thought he was excellent. You know, again, was he super crisp? No, but you know, he pitched out at champs. He really, for me, he shouldn't have given up any of those runs. That ball should have been caught out in left field.
Yeah.
But again, to come here to pitch, to throw like he did, to battle, and again, I think it's another step in the right direction as we keep seeing Roki improve more and more.
And again, how different the outing would have been had he been able to execute a couple different two-strike counts. Because that's where he had his biggest struggles, quote-unquote struggles tonight, was just putting some guys away.
But that's tough here, right? Because the ball isn't going to move like you expect. You're not going to have it. And so what you do hope is that your defense can help you. And when you allow them to get involved, they're able to make plays. But again, you're looking at Roki's outing. Excellent job.
And again, those two earned runs again that Teo probably feels terrible about it, because the expected batting average on that fly ball was well below 200.
Yeah.
All right, Alex Vesia all set to go for the bottom of the 7th. 8-9-1 for the Rockies. A ball upstairs to the catcher Brett Sullivan.
Remember, Alex has been standing around out there. Yes, you can get your warm-up in. Yes, you can do all that, but you've also just been standing out there.
Takes the torch from Brock Stewart, who was able to deliver the first 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers pitching staff tonight. Got a couple of strikeouts in his 15 pitches. Two and one. Sullivan, right center field. Pages tracks it down.
And he gets a nice jump on that ball and just kind of hangs up there, able to close in on it.
Ezequiel Tovar hitless tonight, 0 for 2. And 0 for 6 in the series. Fastball up to 93 for Vesia. Oh, and 2.
Just like Roki did in his last at-bat, Tovar, as far as facing Roki, got ahead and then just went out of the zone. And Alex has given him 2 pitches to hit. This thing's got to be either up out of the zone or down out. Look like they're going to go up. Like to see that a few inches higher, right? Again, Tovar not a very disciplined hitter. And he does have the ability to get the bat on the ball, so don't want to make it too close for the strike count.
Vesia still in command. Pulls the slider down and in. It's been a remarkable fallout or fall off offensively for Tovar from the numbers he put up in 2024. 205 this season. Vesia's 1-2. Got him swinging. Went to the changeup.
Well, nice job by the Dodgers battery right there in attacking this hitter. Knows that he's a free swinger, so what you do is you go out of the zone. And even if he does hit it, he's going to probably bounce that one into the dirt. Ground ball. But really well executed by Vess.
Keeps the tying run on deck, now facing McCarthy. Now, since the Rockies got onto the scoreboard with Amador's 2-run double, Colorado's lineup 1 for 11 with 5 strikeouts. On 2-0, McCarthy takes ball 3.
Remember, that's what you don't want to have in Coors Field are walks. And Bessie just got to challenge McCarthy, let him put it in play somewhere. The walk is a candidate to steal a base.
A 4-pitch 2-out walk, bringing the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, a couple things here, right? McCarthy at first base has got 22 stolen bases. You have Moniak up at the plate, who hits extremely well at Coors Field. 19 home runs. So, you know, you get to a point, sure, you don't want McCarthy to run, but you've got all your focus on the hitter right now. Everything. Worry about the hitter.
Left on left. Moniak. Skies strike 1 foul. Now, we've talked about the hitters who came into Coors, you know, trying to grab some feel-good. There's some pitchers on this Dodger staff looking for the same thing, and Alex Vess is one of them. Moniak with a high fly ball to right field, and this game is tied. A 2-out walk in front of a game-tying 2-out 2-run homer.
You know, a couple of things here. You know, yes, the home run, but it was really the 4-pitch walk to McCarthy. You know, we talked about it. You put him on, and then you start to worry, is he going to steal? Is he not? And you're not 100% locked in on the hitter. And the hitter, again, Mickey Moniak, the best hitter here at Coors Field. Really the only guy that's going to bite you, and he bit you.
And that was a center cut fastball from Vesia, and the 3rd home run he has given up in the last dozen appearances, and 16 base runners in that same stretch. So new ball game, tied at 4 in the 7th. One and 2 for Carrig. A strikeout to end the inning, but the damage done. You see the frustration from Vesia.
.com/promotions.
Seen some home runs tonight. The Dodgers hit the first 2. Mookie Betts and Kike Hernandez both going deep to left in the 4th. 4-0 Dodgers. The Dodgers scored the first 4 runs, but the Rockies have scored the last 4, including 2 on this swing from Mickey Moniak. A left on left. 2 out. 2-run homer. And we got a new game. Starting the 8th inning. 6, 7, and 8 for the Dodgers. Miguel Rojas leading off. Fouls back the first pitch from Jaden Hill.
You take a look at those numbers. 26 innings, 28 strikeouts. Opponents average 257. He last pitched June 20th. Been out with an injury and first time back.
Just reinstated from the IL today. Right shoulder tendonitis. And a couple rehab appearances with Rockies AAA affiliate in Albuquerque. Routine fly ball to right off the bat of Rojas in the first out of the 8th. Kyle Tucker with the bases clear. 2 for 3, 2 singles and 1 run in this series finale. Tips a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, strike 1. So far 7, 8, and 9 has been productive tonight for LA. 5 for 9, driven in 3 of their 4 runs. Look out on deck. Strike 2. Kike with the quick feet and hips. Got out of the way all right.
Hill's gone after Tucker with 2 sinkers, 99 miles an hour. Top part of the zone, up and away.
Hill's 0-2.
Tried to do the same. That one a 4-seamer, but showing Tuck where he wants to go to try to get him out. So far that has been arm side up.
Tucker looking to time him up. In front of a change. Still ball and 2 strikes.
Really, after throwing that hard stuff away, you don't want to go a change up inside. You want to throw that change up even further out.
Strike 3, went back to the hard stuff.
Hill had spent most of the at-bat trying to go away with that hard stuff, whether the 4-seamer or sinker. Finally able to execute.
Multi-hit game for Kike Hernandez. Looking for a 3rd hit. Now, the Rockies have been leaning on their pen of late. The starters haven't been good, and they've been leaving games early, so they've had to cover 4+ innings in now 6 of the last 8 games.
Yeah, actually, the pen has been better for this ball club, and you mentioned, the amount of work that they've had to entail this year. Just because the starting staff just hasn't been able to give them innings, give them effective innings, and the burden has been borne by this Rockies bullpen.
Hill to Hernandez. Strike 2. The pitch was well off the plate inside. Game tied at 4 in the 8th. Strike 3. Couple of Ks and a 1-2-3 8th for Hill. Now the Dodgers got to try and keep it tied. Coming up next, it's Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung, James Loney, Adrian Gonzalez will have your post-game highlights and breakdowns. A little different field of the postgame show right now after the Dodgers have squandered a 4-0 lead. Tied at 4, bottom of the 8th for Jack Dreyer. Facing the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6.
Jack had a nice outing here the other night. Came in through an inning and struck out a couple.
First 2 pitches missed the zone to Rumfield. And another ball. A 4-pitch leadoff walk. Gonna be a pinch hitter for Veen. Jordan Beck takes his spot. A walk and a misplay by Teoscar Hernandez in left, kind of still telling the story for the Dodgers tonight on the defensive side of the ball. On the pitching side,
well, right now, if you're Dreyer, Beck is a free swinger. You can expand on him. He does have power to hit the ball out of this ballpark. You don't have to worry about the runner at first at all. There is zero concern. And so it's all about executing pitches. And we've seen that the 4-pitch walk has not been kind to the Dodgers.
And 2 outs, nobody on in the 7th. A 4-pitch walk to McCarthy, and then boom went Moniak. Beck skies it to right. Tucker drifting toward the line.
No, nice job by Jack right there, going right after him, and Beck being aggressive after just seeing 4 straight balls. He tries to attack the first one. Just a ground ball right here and get to hit.
Connor Norby with a couple doubles tonight. Watches a curve in strike 1.
It's a great pitch by Jack right there. Down in the corner part of the zone. Deuce a double play with that type of pitch.
Oh, and 2.
Norby's had a little bit of success tonight, right? This was a soft ball that ended up being a double. This one was a nice shot, hit the gap and went the other way nicely. Jack just has to keep the ball down here.
Bring the eye levels up with a high fastball, 1 and 2. Got him.
Stayed down, stayed out of the zone right there. Throws that slider and just another well-executed pitch. So, look, it's almost like you needed to get loose those first 4 pitches, right? He walked Rumfield, but since then, his location, execution has been outstanding.
Now the switch hitting Amador fouls away the first pitch. Brought in the first 2 Rockies runs. Curve slips outside.
Then the Dodger outfield has to be aware that the runner at first base is very slow. You don't have to hurry.
Strike two. That's three. Dreyer works around the leadoff walk. Keeps things knotted at 4 and sends the game to the 9th.
Tails.
We're back for the top of the 9th. The Dodgers and Rockies even at 4. Pinch hitting for Ben Rortvedt is Max Muncy, who has felt very comfortable in Colorado this year.
He certainly has. You take a look at those numbers, but even better, he faced Romano last night, had a base hit. Romano taking the hill right here. This will be his 6th outing this month. Every one of his outings, he's given up traffic.
Ball 1 to Muncy. In the outfield, McCarthy now in left for Colorado. Beck takes over in right. Muncy, Ohtani, and Pages coming up to try and break the tie. Ball 2. Earlier this series, Muncy hit the longest home run of the season by any Dodger, 461 feet. Romano's 2-0. Muncy with a fly ball to straightaway center field. Backing up Carrick. Plenty of room to make the catch. Now Ohtani's turn.
You can make an argument right now. I ain't making an argument. It's just fact. 3 best hitters that Dodgers have to offer are facing Romano right now. That's Max, Shohei. It's Pages up next. I had Freddie hit in second. My bad. Pages having a great year too, though.
Ohtani fooled in the first pitch breaking ball. Strike 1. Shohei hitless tonight. 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. His 22-game hitting streak in this ballpark may be on the line. But more important, the game. Tap strike 2 foul.
Yeah, Romano last night facing Freddie, Andy, Max, and Mookie. Again, only gave up 1 base hit. Ahead of Shohei 0-2. Again, as we've seen, you make a mistake and Shohei will put you in the seats.
The 0-2. Down swinging. Ohtani strikes out on 3 pitches. A strikeout tonight between these two clubs. Both with 12.
Well, it was just 3 straight sliders to Shohei.
First pitch to Pages. Misses high.
It's the first pitch so far this inning that has not been a slider. 4-seamer to Andy.
Pages in the air to right. Dodgers go quietly in the 9th. Colorado has a chance to walk it off when we come back. Kyle Hurt's going to try and get this game to extras. The Dodgers couldn't hang on to a 4-0 lead after the first 3.5 innings. Rockies tied it. A 2-run home run for Mickey Moniak in the 7th off Alex Vesia.
Well, you look at the strikeouts, 49 strikeouts in just 39 innings pitched. That walk issue, though, 22, and we talked about it ad nauseum. You cannot give up base on balls in this ballpark.
Max Muncy pinch hit for Ben Rortvedt. Now Hunter Fiducia comes off the bench to do the catching.
Bottom part of the lineup for the Rockies. You figure they will use a pinch hitter, though. You see Willie Castro on deck for Tovar.
Two strikes on Sullivan. A couple foul balls induced by Hurt. First appearance of this series for Kyle. The 0-2. A letter high fastball. Sullivan on the line to second. Rojas is there to stop it.
Mickey flashing the leather right there. 100 miles an hour off the bat, but Mickey able to glove that. A big first out.
And he just keeps shaking out that right hand. He's kind of shuffling over to his left, and then it's almost like it's sliced the other way on him at the last moment. And it was also well hit, as you described. The pinch hitter Castro getting ready to come up. A mound visit from Mark Pryor. Castro coming off a big Tuesday, EK. He was 2 for 3 with a homer, a double, drove in a couple, walked twice.
Certainly a dangerous hitter because he's up there swinging. He's got tremendous bat speed. You know, he's the type of guy that you're going to have to make expand, and he will get aggressive trying to make things happen.
4-4, bottom of the ninth. One out, base is empty. Changeup in the dirt to start Castro. Much better with that change. 1-1.
I mean, look at the execution where that pitch is.
Castro jam, popped it foul.
Dodgers this year have only been walked off 2 times the entire season. That's the fewest in all of Major League Baseball.
Two and 2. Now the count's full. Change has kind of been dancing all over this plate appearance for Hurt.
Now this is where you have to be careful, where a walk might not be, could be the lesser of 2 evils. As you know, Castro's up there trying to make something happen.
Pokes 98 foul on the left side. We'll do it again.
It's a nice pitch by Kyle there, just off the outside part of the plate. That's what I mean. If you walk him, you walk him, but you make an enticing pitch, but not a pitch that gets a good part of the plate.
Another 3-2. Another one fouled away. Ooh.
I mean, this had a good part of the plate, but 98 miles an hour.
Like one shake from Hurt to this pitch. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Well, that's the type of pitch we were talking about, right? Something enticing, but not anything that got a good part of the plate. This one 98, just a little higher than the last pitch. Again, Castro trying to make something happen. Kyle Hurt having none of it.
25th combined strikeout for these two teams in this series finale. 2 gone with McCarthy fouling away the first pitch change. Last time you saw McCarthy, the Rockies leadoff hitter, 4-pitch, 2-out walk. The base is empty right in front of Moniak's game-tying blast. One and one. Second time Jimmy Herget's been getting hot for Colorado in the bullpen. A 1-1 to McCarthy. This is down and in. Swings through, strike 2. Roller right side, backhanded by Rojas, throws across his body, in time to get him. The Rockies are emphatic on the top step, saying no way. The call from the crew chief and first base umpire Dan Bellino is out.
Colorado is challenging the out call at first base. The previous play is under review.
This is a manager's challenge brought to you by Mazda.
I think he does a nice job of just gloving that. McCarthy as fast as anybody. I think they got him.
Oh,
ooh, maybe not. I mean, the thing about it is he's called out on the field.
Yeah. Looking out at the fans here at Coors Field. The Dodger fans signaling out. Rockies fans saying safe.
What'd you see?
This baseball's Rorschach test. Again, the fact that it was called. Can we get the view on the throw going toward Freddie one more time? Instead of the back angle from the first base side. See, from there it looks, I mean, it's bang bang from both angles. Oh yeah, I think
Gonna be safe.
I think he's going to be safe.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't have that
The call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Colorado is
So the winning run on first. McCarthy can run. Moniak can slug.
What happened last time, right? McCarthy down at first base and Moniak hits one out. I get it that you're worried about McCarthy at first, but I'm not worried. If he wants to run, then let him run. I am worried about the hitter because if he runs, then you know what? I got first base open. I can pitch around Moniak. I can be very careful. If I have to, I put him on. I go to the youngster. But I am all on Moniak right here.
Gets strike one. Now Hurt deals again. 0-2.
McCarthy has to go right now. He has to. So if he gets thrown out, big deal. He starts at second next inning. He's got to run.
He stays. The 0-2 pitch misses up and away. McCarthy, Colorado's 9th hit of the ball game, and 7th with 2 strikes. It puts speed on the bases, the 9th fastest sprint speed in the majors. Hurts 1-2. He struck him out and gets the game to extras.
Kyle Hurt doing a great job and attacking these Rockies hitters in the same spot. Both left-handed hitters. Gets Castro on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball up out of the zone. And then he gets the dangerous Mickey Moniak, who had hit a 2-run shot earlier. Where? 98, top of the zone. Rockies had no answer for Kyle Hurt up there. Man, that looked good.
That's a big outing for Hurt. Pushes the Dodgers into their 4th extra inning game of the season, trying to stay perfect. They'll face the righty and Jimmy Herget. The Rockies, meanwhile, 2-5 in extra inning games. Pages placed on second as the runner. Teoscar Hernandez watches strike 1. Hernandez, Freeman, and Betts coming up in the top of the 10th. The series finale tied at 4.
Well, these are the at-bats that Teo thrives in. I've seen it over the years.
Herget disengages. Willie Castro remains in the game at shortstop. Tovar is done. Ball and a strike. Hernandez 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Last night had a couple of extra base hits, 3 really strong swings. Herget to Hernandez. To left field for a base hit. Pages will hold at third.
That's a tale we've seen over the last 3 years. A guy that comes up under pressure when an at-bat is needed. The Dodgers have an opportunity to make this a crooked number inning, and really that's what they're going to need to do. Rockies are playing the infield halfway in.
First pitch to Freddie Freeman. Catches the very bottom of the zone. Strike 1. Now it's in extra innings. Each team has 1 challenge. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Teoscar Hernandez's single snapped a streak. The last 7 Dodgers had been retired after Freeman's 2-out double in the 7th. Behind Herget 0-2. Sinker tails away.
Kind of like how the Rockies are set up defensively. They've got the shortstop Castro almost playing at second base. Whole left side of that infield is wide open, and how many times have we seen Freddie go that way?
Freeman flies it to the opposite field, pushing McCarthy to the warning track. He makes the catch. Pages tags from third. He will score. Hernandez advances to second. The Dodgers take the lead. 5-4 LA in the top of the 10th, and still not done.
So many good things right there. One, Freddie Freeman with 2 strikes, able to drive the ball deep enough to score. Pages, but Teo at first base, not getting caught up in the moment, realizing that he can tag, get into scoring position, does a nice job of advancing.
Another run in scoring position. Now Mookie Betts. Ball one outside. Betts factoring in on the first two Dodger runs. Scored the first one, then brought in the second with a solo homer. Out in front of this sweeper. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. Double barrel for the Dodger bullpen. Tanner Scott from the left side. Emmett Sheehan from the right. Strike two. The 1-2 pitch. Betts fights it into center field for a hit. Hernandez hustling home. The throw in from Carrick off the mark. Mookie Betts with his third hit of the game to make it 6-4.
Back-to-back two great two-strike at-bats. See this ball running in on Mookie. He pulls his hands inside. Shoots that thing up the middle, and Teo using his legs. Carrick comes up, makes a strong throw. Teo huge this inning. Gets the base hit. First to second on the sack, and then scores on that man's base hit.
Rojas bunts it foul on the third base side. We've been talking all night about the Rockies' two-strike production, with the Dodgers giving it right back to them here in the 10th. Rojas flips it to left, coming in McCarthy, and he makes the catch. What a play by Jake McCarthy.
Ball not hit hard. McCarthy gets a good jump and able to just glove it before it hits the ground.
If he does not come up with that, who knows how things look. What we do know is it's 6-4 Dodgers, 2 outs, Betts on first, a pitching change for the Rockies, and Kyle Tucker due up on the other side.
Couple of great two-strike at-bats by the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman, who runners on first and third, drives his ball to the wall, and then Mookie Betts, 2 strikes, man on second base. Teo, he shoots his ball up the middle. Outstanding for both of these guys. Again, 2 strikes, 1 pitch away. They battle. Give the Dodgers a 2-run lead.
Betts on first base, Kyle Tucker in the batter's box, Brennan Bernardino on the mound. Rockies bring in their best left-hander to face Kyle Tucker. Tucker 2 for 4 tonight. Lays off the breaking ball well outside. Dodgers ahead 6-4, top of the 10th. Bottom half will start, of course, with the tying run at the plate. So Dave Roberts, he wouldn't mind a couple more.
Well, you can never have enough here at Coors Field.
Shoot, we were here a couple years ago and the Dodgers rallied from down 5 in the 9th inning. The 2-0 from Bernardino. And this is in as well. 6+ runs in all 3 games of this series for the Dodger offense, one that had been mostly dormant the last few weeks. Tucker was a statue on 3-0. Now the 3-1. Tucker had that running in, tried to get out of the way. The ball found his bat. That fills things up.
It was almost a swing. No. Mention that ball just running in hard.
Now the payoff. Head start for Betts. Tucker to right, but right at Beck. The Dodgers get 2 in the top of the 10th. They need 3 outs in the bottom half to sweep Colorado.
Dodgers up here 6-4. And how did they get here? Yes, some big hits by Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, but it was this man really. Teo sets a table with a base hit. Moves, puts runners at first and third. And after Freddie had hit a fly ball sack, he got himself to second base. And then Mookie Betts hits a ball, and he is racing around. So does it with his legs, does it with the base hit, sets the table. Has helped the Dodgers to a 2-run lead.
And Tanner Scott, after tying his season high with 27 pitches thrown, last time recording a 4-out save, he's back on the bump to try and finish off a sweep. Moniak, the runner on second. Carrick at the plate, and the first pitch is popped up in the air. First base side, Freddie Freeman in foul ground. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Such a huge out right there. You see what Tanner Scott has done this season. For a stretch, he was outstanding. 1.32 ERA, 5 for 5 in saves. And it's going to be interesting just to watch him tonight. Carrick did him a favor swinging at that first pitch you just mentioned, Nelly. Season high in pitches last night. And remember, the first night he was up in the pen. So this is really 3 nights in a row in Colorado.
Now facing Rumfield, who also swings at the first pitch, flies it toward Teoscar Hernandez. 2 outs on 2 pitches.
I mean, you couldn't ask for better. I think Colorado must have forgotten that he threw 27 pitches last night.
So the game comes down to Jordan Beck for the Rockies.
And remember, he came in and he swung at the first pitch when he entered the game. Flew out to right. They get a hat trick here.
First pitch swinging. Right? Fouls away, strike 1. Fastball low. Dodger pitchers have been able to execute most part with runners in scoring position. The Rockies just 1 for 8. 6-4 Dodgers. 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Beck, the Rockies' last hope, and the potential tying run. Scott's 1-1. Foul away, strike 2. We'll do it again.
Scott just going right at him. Going 4 straight 4-seam fastballs.
Another one. Count remains 1-2.
First pitch he threw to Carrick to start the inning was a slider. Everything since. Rumfield now back. Four-seam fastball.
That's a sweep for LA. The 9th sweep of the Dodgers season, and they remain perfect in extra innings. And they win this finale in extras by a final of 6-4.
Team effort for the Dodgers, and again they got out to a 4-run lead and things looked like, okay, going to have everything under control. Roki Sasaki threw the ball well. Rockies came back. Dodgers though answered in that extra inning. Really big at-bats by Teo, Mookie, Freddie Freeman, then Tanner Scott coming in and shutting the door. Real big inning too by Kyle Hurd.
3 games, 24 runs, and 35 hits. They'll take a sweep and that good feeling into the off day on Thursday before welcoming the Pirates to Unico Field at Dodger Stadium on Friday. That's going to do it for us. Eric Karros, his final game of this season. Kirsten Watson and our crew. Mike Levy producing. Ben Dillenberger directing. And all the crew working hard for us here at Coors Field. I'm Stephen Elson. Thanks for watching a Dodger Win.